Good morning, and feast your eyes on this beautiful KTM 125SX that's just been completely overhauled to national caliber specs here. We can start with the motor. The motor has a brand new FMF fatty STS exhaust on it, and that's the chrome one. And it's got the FMF shorty with a custom, looks like it's a factory FMF, but that's a custom graphic. That's been polished. On the intake side, the bike has a new twin air filter and a new set, we'll go over to the other side, of reed valves. It's got the V-Force reed valves. The carburetor has been jetted to Tom Moen. He's the KTM team rep, to the specs that they said, and this was set up to the exact config that they recommended. This the air filter, the carb settings, the V-Force reed valves, and the pipe. That's the recommended setting. This is a 2004 bike. It was bought left over in 2005. It's pretty low hours, as you can see, this is the first year of the current engine configuration, so it's very similar to one of the new KTMs that you'd buy, and this motor is extremely fast. Matter of fact, in 2004, my friend who works at KTM told me that Mike Alessi rode these bikes and he hole shot pretty much every national. It's a very fast motor, extreme setup like the way this one is. It's extremely capable of winning against a brand new 2013. It's got the Boyson Factory Racing ignition cover. It has the Torque 1 anodized shift lever, as you can see, brand new. The top end and bottom end were redone by Columbia Cycles. Cases were split, new bottom end bearings were put on, the clutch was replaced. It's running new engine ice, runs a little bit cooler with engine ice, and a new spark plug cap. The cover for the clutch was powder coated black, as was the impeller pump, so that'll last a lot longer. It won't chip off. The Kickstarter is a brand new Kickstarter, and that's been polished. The engine cases, when the engine was apart, as you can see, where they were bead blasted, and they have a really nice finish on them. So the motor's essentially looks brand new, and really nice looking motor. Going to the suspension was done by Factory Connection, front and rear. I have the invoice for that. It was $1,089 for the suspension, valving, and everything else. And I believe the new owner, with the receipt, can get it valved to their specs if they want to. That's supposedly the deal with Factory Connection. The bike can be redone once they do it. As you can see, the rear shock has the revalved sticker on it right there, and Factory Connection logos, and the spring has just been freshly powder coated, better than paint. The shock looks brand new, forks look brand new. Going over to the wheels, wheels, as you can see, are custom, brand new Dunlop MX-51 on the front and on the rear. That's the best tire going these days. You can see it's still got the nubs on there, and it's a fresh tire. Came off the mold in October, so it's not a stale old tire. It's brand new, fresh. The rims were freshly powder coated with you can see the metal flake on there, and then it's got the custom rim graphics. These were $70, the rim graphics. Matter of fact, it's got a very expensive graphics package on the bike. It was over $450. It's all custom. The spokes were powder coated orange, as you can see, not painted or anything like that. These are powder coated, and the hub was powder coated, and it has brand new wheel bearings, the Moose heavy duty wheel bearings, and brand new brake pads. So the tube's brand new. It has the blue rim lock, anodized aluminum, and also, as you can see on this end, it's got the blue valve cover with the rubber piece, silicone rubber piece, to keep the dirt out. Same exact setup on the rear wheel. Brand new MX-51, brand new tube, rims freshly powder coated spokes. They look awesome. They really pop. The metal flake. I've had a bunch of bikes powder coated over the years. We have a race team. We run over 26 championships, and I always powder coat instead of paint. It lasts much longer, and This is the nicest powder coating I've ever seen on any of the bikes. It's because it's a two-stage powder coat, and the top coat is actually a clear coat with metal flake in it. So although it's like a navy blue, it absolutely pops in the sunlight. You can see the bike was completely stripped to the frame, motor removed. Every bearing on the bike was replaced. The rear wheel bearings are the brand new Moose like on the front. Brand new brake pads, fresh DOT brake fluid. The rotors are perfect. The calipers are perfect. The rotors were sandblasted and repainted. The paint was $300 a gallon that we use on it's really high-end paint on the calipers front and rear. And you can see the caliper hangers are powder coated orange. So the wheel sets are just absolutely gorgeous. And everything's brand new. The bearings and everything, and tubes and tires, as I said. Suspensions all just been freshly redone. The bike has a brand new KTM Power Parts seat on it, which is really nice. Fresh brand new seat. It has a 2005 radiator shrouds on it instead of the 04s. They fit on there and it makes it look a little bit more modern. Brand new plastics, front number plate, shock or fork guards. All the plastics on the bike are brand new. Rear fender, graphics are brand new. Has a #1 package that says El Campeón de Motocross, that stands for Champion of Motocross, on there, and the KTM logo. Just beautiful. Everywhere you look, there's really nice details on the bike, like the blue hose, Renthal fat bars with a Renthal brand new crossbar pad, KTM grips, KTM thumb protectors. The levers have been powder coated black to match the rest of the bike. It's got the KTM orange, as you can see, master cylinder and clutch master cylinder covers. This bike has a hydraulic clutch, one of the KTM hallmarks. KTMs are definitely a notch up from the Jap bikes as far as quality components. This has been powder coated, as you can see. The holder for the front brake. There's a lot of really neat pieces on the bike. Like this is a billet aluminum spacer. I hope you can see it's red. Those are by Outlaw Racing. Those are $8 a piece. It's got the Loretta Lynn's logo on there. Kaplan Computers is the name of my company. I own a computer company, and the motocross race team we run is a hobby that kind of got out of control. We won, I think, 26 championships so far. The triple clamps were painted with that super high-end black paint, $300 a gallon. New radiator guards. Radiators have been super clean. They look brand new. What else can I tell you about it? As you can see, it's got all the KTM. It's got this KTM rear master cylinder, billet extender, makes it run a little cooler. KTM oil fill plug. Every one of these is $30. It's got the KTM anodized orange brake tip, and the pegs are just gorgeous. They're Warp 9 brand new pegs. They're the floorboard pegs with removable, changeable inserts. Super good traction with those. The swing arm obviously has been powder coated, the metallic blue. It's got the custom graphics on there. Hardware for the axle adjusters is brand new. When we redo a bike, most of the bolts are replaced. Pretty much all the bolts on this bike are new. It adds up. It's expensive to do it that way, but we don't cut any corners. We race to win. And we're selling this bike because we switched on the 2-strokes to Yamaha. Our main rider wants to ride Yamaha this year, so we're selling the KTM. And this was going to be used for the 2013 season to defend the title, the 2012 NEMA title that we won in the spring series and the overall. You can get another view of the tire. On this side of the bike, it's got the brand new, actually the sprocket's got a couple rides on it, but it looks brand new. It's a Vortex sprocket. It has a really cool like sunburst, starburst look to it. It's got the gold Renthal chain. It's got the ABS plastic chain guide. That's newer. Getting a look at the graphics right there. It's got the #1 underneath the roof, and it's got the Nihilo. That's from WMR. It's a company that makes a lot of the KTM parts. That's their logo. Got to be #1. Let's see, on this side you get another view of the pegs. All the bearings in the linkage, actually not in the linkage, in the swing arm. These are brand new swing arm bearings, because when you powder coat, you take all the bearings out. We put brand new ones in. Brand new swing arm bearings. Brand new shock lower bearing over here. So all the bearings are brand new, just like it rolled off the showroom floor. Everything's perfect on this bike. It's got the Boyson Factory Racing ignition cover on this side. Again, it's got the orange silicone hoses from WMR for the carburetor. Orange KTM zip ties to hold the stuff down. And this blue hose for the power valve, You can kind of see it's a translucent. It's the same as the one up on the top right here. That was from WMR. They make those really nice hoses. All the hardware is brand new, like I said. Bike's just gorgeous, runs perfect. I have all I have the title to the bike, and I've got all of the let me spin it around here so you can see the other side of the bike in the sun. I have all the title and all the receipts for all the work, for most of the work that was done. There's well over 15,000 in the bike. I got to add it up. I have all the receipts. Here's another view of the bike. It's just a gorgeous bike. Really won't find anything like this on eBay for sale. Very rarely. Usually the bikes are you know, as is used. This one's really a custom bike. You could put this in a bike show, hang it from your ceiling like Ricky Carmichael did with his bike, or put it in your collection, or take it out and race amateur nationals with it. It's extremely competitive. I race at the local level. Also, because it's a KTM, these make excellent woods bikes too. The K-Street induction motor is very torquey, wide power band, and the way this one's set up, it's jetted and runs perfectly. Really, really nice bike. Call me if you have any questions, 860-916-9784. I've got the itemized list. I probably forgot a few things when telling you about the bike here, but I think I covered a lot of it, and a picture's worth 1,000 words. Hopefully this video will answer most of your questions, but feel free to call me. Thank you. Good luck bidding.